What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video, and I'm just checking in on you. How you doing? What's going on? Now today is April 18th, and this is going to be your weekly vendor reset and must-buys. Now we're going to start off here in Washington, D.C. and finish up in New York City. So sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. But our first vendor of the video is going to be at the base of ops. Here we go. Now, starting off with the Force Multiplier. This is the named Hanayu backpack with perfect combined arms. Now, this one comes with crit chance and status effects. Now, for me personally, what I would do is re-roll or recalibrate the status effects off for skill damage. Have skill damage with the crit chance. When you're using Hanayu, you'll immediately get the skill haste from the brand set bonus. And to activate the perfect combined arms, you have to shoot your enemy. So I would recommend recalibrating the status effects off for skill damage and then use this with the capacitor or test subject. Moving on, we have the Police UMP 45 with magazine size and sledgehammer, followed by the SOCOM Mark 16 with swap speed and ignited, and then a military M9 with armor damage and vindictive. Looking at the gear items, we have Overlord Armaments backpack with clutch, status effects, and skill haste, and then a Fenris chest piece with skill haste, repair skills, and reassigned. Looking at the mods, we have crit hit damage 10.3, drone armor repair 6.4, turret health 7.8, and sticky bomb damage 6.3. Now, must-buys, things to look for at the base of ops vendor. I would say the Force Multiplier would be the only item. All right. Now, our next two vendors at the base of ops going to be your Countdown vendor and your Clan vendor. Now, remember, these two vendors are in both Washington, D.C. and New York City. So I'm going to show you these two now so I don't have to show you whenever we go to NYC. Now, here is your Countdown vendor. Another Force Multiplier. Interesting. All right, so your three named items. First up, we have the New Reliable. This is the named RPK with perfectly optimized. It also comes with reload speed. Next up, we have the Force Multiplier, and this one comes with status effects and hazard protection. For me personally, all right, so there's two different Hanayu Force Multipliers you can choose from, right? Now, this one has near max status effects. So what I would do is keep this one on and then recalibrate the hazard protection for skill damage. Have this one on like a full skill build, where the other one you could do like a crit skill build hybrid with, like, say, the capacitor or the test subject, what have you, where this one would be more, centered on your skills. And then finally, we have the Mozambique Special. This is the named pistol with perfect breadbasket, and it comes with crit chance. Now, must-buys from the Countdown vendor, not really. None of these are super strong unless you really want status effects on a Force Multiplier. I mean, none of them are, sticking out to me. And finally, we will be checking out the Clan vendor here at the base of ops. Now, remember the DoD, Disciples of Doom. We are on every platform, and we will be on Heartland and Resurgence as well. So stay tuned for all of that and more. This week is going to be a really big week for the Division community, so I just hope everyone's ready. And that coming from me is going to be something special because, yeah. Well, we'll talk about it later. Anyways, Clan vendor, here we go. Ooh, the Contractor's gloves with hazard protection. Nice. Yeah, these are really nice. I'll pick some up. Now, the reason That vendor's funny. Now, the reason why I'm picking these up, you could recalibrate the weapon damage off for armor and then have armor with hazard protection and damage to armor. So that way you could be tanky, you don't have to worry about skills, and you have that armor damage. That could be very useful. You could do like a Has Pro build with some multiplicative damage. I mean, that'd be nice. For our gear set items, we have Hunter's Fury gloves with headshot damage, followed by Striker's backpack with health, and then Umbra chest piece with skill damage. Looking at the high-end items, we have a M870 with swap speed and reformation, followed by a SIG 716 with health damage and eyelifts, a 511 mask with headshot and repair skills, Grupo Sombra gloves with headshot and skill damage. We have a Walker Harris chest piece. Yo, this is a good one. Pick this one up. Pick this one up. All right. Stop what you're doing. Look at the screen. This is a Walker Harris chest piece with spotter and max crit hit damage. So what I would do if I were you, pick this one up like I just did, recalibrate the explosive resistance off for crit chance, and then just optimize that weapon damage. That would make this a maxed out weapon damage, crit chance, crit hit damage, spotter chest piece with Walker Harris. That is awesome. Pick this one up. Then we have a Petrov mask with crit hit damage and weapon handling. And then finally a Overlord Armaments chest piece with tamper-proof, crit hit damage, and max headshot damage. Looking at the mods, we have Disorient Resistance 8.8, Pulse Radius 9.0, Skill Duration 8.9, and Seeker Mind +1 clusters. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the clan vendor. Contractor's gloves for sure. And then the Walker Harris chest piece for sure. All right. And that is it for the base of ops. So now we're going to start making our way west, and then we will double back east. Our first stop is going to be the campus settlement. And if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up, support the channel by subscribing. And let me know what you think in the comment section below. What pieces are you going to pick up? Did I pass over any must-buys that you think is a must-buy? Let's discuss. But here we are. We're at the campus settlement talking to Cassie Mendoza's Gobbledinger. 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 I love that word. I'm sorry. All right, here we go. Campus settlement. Oh, nice. Picaro's holster. This is going to be a must-buy because you can recalibrate the hazard protection off for any attribute you want, and it will be fully maxed out. This comes with fully max armor for the core attribute, and then, of course, you get that max weapon damage for the normal attribute. All you have to do is recalibrate the hazard protection, and you are good to go. You can make this crit chance, crit damage. You can make this skill damage. You could make this anything you want. I mean, hell, you could even make it armor regen. Who cares? That's the whole point of this. This makes it transparent for anything you want to do, completely universal for your builds. Not only that, but the Picaro's holster is best in slot when you are using it with the Ninja Bike Messenger bag, because not only do you get 3 core attributes from the Ninja Bike, but then you would have 3 core attributes from the Picaro's. It is a no-brainer. Pick this one up, the campus settlement. You're welcome. Next up, we have a M700 Carbon with magazine size and fast hands. And then a Black Market M60 with swap speed and eyeless. Finishing up with the gear items, we have a Badger Tough mask with armor regen and headshot. That's actually, this is a pretty good one. What I would do with this mask is you could go one of 2 ways. If you want to go straight damage with a tanky shotgun build, then recalibrate the armor off for crit chance. Go crit chance with headshot with high armor. You're good to go. Or if you're trying to go for like an armor regen tank shotgun build type of deal, Then recalibrate the headshot damage off for, say, crit chance, crit hit damage. Keep that armor regen, and then you're still good to go. I mean, you could even recalibrate the headshot for hazard for, all you care. Just make it a tanky shotgun build. And then finally, we have a Virginian holster with health and hazard protection. Looking at the mods, we have Skill Haste 10.3. We have Chem Launcher Heals 5.8. Hive +4 stem charges. Pulse cone size of 6.4. And trap duration of 4.3. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the campus settlement. The Picaro's holster is definitely a must-buy. The Badger Tough mask is another great pickup. And that's about it from here. So that's it for your campus settlement. Now it's time to make our rounds to the DZ vendors, starting with DZ West. West! All right. Now remember, with all of these Dark Zone vendors, you can only purchase these items with DZ resources. Now to double check your DZ resources, click Start, go to your inventory, then toggle over to Resources, and then just above your keys, you'll see your Dark Zone resources. Now, for example, right now I have 549 Dark Zone resources out of 999. So I have a little bit of resources. That way I can buy a few items if I find some good pickups this week. However, if I need more, I'm going to have to go back into the Dark Zone, farm some more DZ resources, and then come back out. So just remember, it is a grind, but you do get some great items out of the Dark Zone vendors. Speaking of which, here we are, Dark Zone West. What's up, man? Big money, no whammies. Ooh, nice. This is a good one. So we have the Virginian. This is the named rifle with perfect boomerang. Now this one comes with damage targets out of cover, which is perfect. I would pick this one up, max out the rifle damage first, and then just optimize the damage targets out of cover and crit hit damage. You'll only need a few optimizations to do so, and then you'll be good to go. The Virginian was a PvP exclusive item. Now, I'm saying was for now on because saying these things are PvP exclusive items is kind of like a gray area, because we all know that you can get any named item out of a named item cache. So technically, none of them are PvP exclusive anymore because you can get them out of a named item cache. However, we still kind of say that because these items will only show up in the Dark Zone conflict or a named item cache. Now, there are a few exceptions. There are some named items that were put into the seasons, and then therefore they are able to drop in a season legacy cache. But besides that, they are PvP exclusive, meaning Dark Zone conflict. So, with that being said, here's the Virginian. Pick it up. Damage targets out of cover. Dark Zone West. Say whip. Whip. Say cream. Cream. Say whip cream. Whip cream. Next is a Spaz 12 with magazine size and vindictive. Then a LVOAC with health damage and strained. Looking at the gear items, we have a tip of the spear pair of gloves with explosive resistance. Tip of the spear knee pads with weapon handling. China Light gloves with explosive resistance and crit chance. And then finally, 511 knee pads with crit chance and hazard protection. Looking at the mods, we have Disorient Resistance 8.4, Seeker Mind +1 clusters, Shield Deflector damage 4.2, Firefly damage 6.0, and Decoy duration of 6.0. Now, must-buys, things to look for from DZ West. The Virginian, most definitely. And, the 511 knee pads are okay. If you want to do like a hazard crit chance build, I would recommend doing it with the Ninja Bike, just because using 3 pieces of 511 is a waste compared to using a Getica, I believe. Anyways, but you could pick up the 511 if you want as well. Just a little costly because it is in a Dark Zone vendor. So I would typically just stick with the named items from your Dark Zone vendors. All right, with that being said, we are going to move on to our next DZ vendor, being DZ South. Here we go. All right, DZ South. No whammies, no whammies. Starting with the Door Kicker's Knock. These are the Grupo Sombra named chess piece with Perfect Spark. Now, this one comes with repair skills and health. Blech. Next up, we have a Tactical Vector SBR 9mm with max crit hit damage and sledgehammer. A custom P416 with armor damage and eyeless. And then a snub-nosed Diceros with magazine size and killer. Looking at the gear items, we have a True Patriot backpack with headshot damage. Rigger chest piece with skill damage. Douglas and Harding backpack with Bloodsucker, Skill Haste, and Crit Hit damage. And then finally, a Brazos de Arquebus chest piece with Headhunter, Armor Regen, and Repair skills. Now looking at the mods, we have a Headshot damage 7.3, Drone health of 8.3, Turret burn damage of 4.3, and Sticky Bomb blast radius of 5.0. Now, must-buys, things to look for from DZ South, all the way down south, the deep south. Actually, nothing. I don't like any of these items, and I do not recommend them to you. Now, before we finish up with the Dark Zone vendors, we need to make a pit stop to our newest vendor, the Castle vendor. The only problem is with the Castle settlement, it's pretty similar to the campus settlement. You have to run all the way through the settlement to get to the vendor. So that's the only problem. Now we have another vendor we have to run all the way to. There we go. All right, Castle settlement. 1, 2, 3. Hooray! All right, starting with the designated hitter. This is the named marksman rifle with perfect free formation. Comes with health damage. Then we have a tactical 308 with magazine size and perpetuation. A military MK46 with optimal range and reformation. For the gear items, we have a Habsburg Guard mask with max armor, health, and skill damage. All right, just a side note here. I knew it sounded familiar, but it finally dawned on me the other day. Does everyone know the history behind the Habsburg family? It's a royal family, the Habsburgs, and they're very famous for commingling within the family. So a lot of their offspring have either physical or mental problems because they keep it in the family. And the Habsburg was famous for having the Habsburg jaw, where they had like this really elongated jaw. And that's how you knew they were a part of the Habsburg royal family. So a little bit of history there for you. It's kind of a cringy history. And it kind of makes it funny that whoever developed this came up with the name Habsburg Guard because you're guarding the Habsburgs. Anyways, moving on. Habsburg Guard mask with max armor, health, and skill damage. Then we have a Golden Gear holster with armor regen and headshot damage, which isn't bad. Armor regen headshot builds are amazing if you're good at headshots. So you could easily pick this one up and max out that armor, just recalibrate the other attributes. And if you use one piece of Golden Gear with the Ninja Bike, you get that 1% armor regen right off the rip. And then finally, our mods, we have Skill Haste 10.0, Chem Launcher +1 ammo, Hive Stem Efficiency 8.4, Pulse Skill Haste 4.7, and Trap Shock Radius of 6.0. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the Castle Settlement. The Golden Gear holster might be your best bet, and that's only for your armor regen headshot builds. Now, our last Dark Zone is going to be Dark Zone East. You're going to fast travel to the Alpha checkpoint and not the main entrance. That way, you don't have to run through the courtyard. Now, I didn't even hit a double reload there, and the courtyard starts way over there. So, way quicker, just, or should I say much quicker, just fast traveled to the alpha checkpoint. And here we go. Ooh, starting with the claws out. And this one comes with crit chance. This is a good pickup. I'm going to pick it up. Now, this one comes with 500% melee damage, comes with 9% pistol damage, and then also the crit chance. Now, what you could do is recalibrate that core attribute to an armor core or a weapon damage core. It doesn't matter, but you can use this with a pistol build, and this thing does work. Looking at the weapons, we have a custom M44 with reload speed and eyeless, and then a classic M60 with crit chance and breadbasket. Looking at the gear items, we have a Aces and Eights mask with crit chance, Eclipse Protocol holster with repair skills, Sokolov Concern mask with crit hit damage and explosive resistance, and then a Petrov holster with weapon handling and hazard protection. Looking at the mods, we have Repair Skills 16.2, Chem Launcher +1 ammo, Hive Health of 7.8, Pulse Cone Size of 6.2, and Trap Duration of 5.9. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the DZ East vendor. The Claws Out is a good pickup. And that's about it. All right, now that is it for your Dark Zone vendors, and we have one last stop before New York City. So our last stop in Washington, D.C. is the theater settlement. Here we go. At the theater. Here we go. Big money, no whammies. Starting with the Calibre. Now, the Calibre is the named shotgun with perfect jazz hands. Comes with accuracy. Then we have a KSG shotgun with optimal range and breadbasket, followed by a M16A2 with swap speed and sledgehammer. Looking at the gear items, we have Murakami gloves with skill damage and explosive resistance. And then finally, Chinalite knee pads with skill haste and hazard protection. Looking at the mods, we have Blind Def Resistance 8.3, Seeker Mind +1 cluster, Shield Health 4.3, Firefly Blind Effect Duration 6.1, and Decoy Health of 6.0. Now, must-buys, things to look for from the theater settlement. Sad but true. I mean, the only thing even worth mentioning is if you need a explosive damage skill build, this would be a good one to pick up. Just recalibrate the hazard protection off for skill damage. You could use this for seeker mines, artillery turrets, sticky bombs, stinger hives, right? Yeah, and the list goes on. Pretty much anything with an explosive loves Chinalite. All right, and that is it for Washington, D.C. So we have two more vendors left, and they are both in New York City. So here we go. Now, I hope you enjoy this video and support the channel and all of that jazz. But I will stress to you again, this Thursday is going to be a big day. So you might want to, take some time out of your schedule. Make sure you push it to the side, because Thursday you're going to want to join me and my live stream. We're going to have some things to talk about. Here we go. Marco at the Haven Settlement. Starting with the ACR, this comes with headshot damage and measured. Then we have a military RPK with swap speed and flatline. Nice. This is a good one. For the military RPK, what I would recommend you do is pick this one up, recalibrate that swap speed off for armor damage. And then with this being flatline and you have that long underbarrel rail attachment slot, what you can do is pick up the Technician Specialization, equip the linked laser pointer in that long underbarrel rail slot, and then you can easily just proc Flatline and get all that extra amplified damage. Pretty simple. Then we have a military M870 with stability and ranger. And then finally a 586 Magnum with crit chancing and sync. Looking at the gear items, we have Murakami chest piece with skilled crit hit damage and repair skills. Badger Tough knee pads with double crit. Nice. Pick these up. Badger Tough knee pads. We are at Marco in the Haven, New York City. Pick these up. Double crit. Badger Tough knee pads. What I would do is pick up 2 of these. One, keep with armor, and then the other one, recalibrate the armor off for weapon damage. That way you could use them in any type of situation. And then finally, we have a Sokolov Concern mask with crit hit damage and health. Looking at the mods, we have skill duration 8.5. Skill... Man, come on with this crap, dude. I feel like sometimes they do this on purpose. We have a utility system assist mod and a utility protocol intensity mod. Both of these are skill duration, and one is 8.4 and one is 8.5. So the difference is 2 E credits. So you have 45.19 and then you have 45.21. Stupid. Next up, we have a turret skill haste mod, 5.8%. Firefly blind effect duration, 5.9. And then finally, trap duration of 4.1. Now, must-buys, things to look at from Marco here at the Haven. The military RPK, definitely give that one a look. And the Badger Tough knee pads. All right, finally. We are at our very last vendor of the video, Roy Bunny. Hold up. Now, just so you know, if you ever pass this dog, you must interact with this dog at least 3 times. The first time, you're petting the dog, make sure there's water in his bowl, food. He's a happy boy, good boy. Pet him, make him all happy. Man's best friend, right? All right, now... I say interact 3 times, right? Because he does 3 different things. So that was the first one, right? We were just petting him. Here's number 2. Look at that. He's playing with us. What's up? I like his little red bandana. And then here's number 3. Oh no, it's just petting again? What? So they're randomly generated? I thought it was just 3 in a row. What? I didn't know they were random. Hold up. There's him rolling. Yep. I already pet him. And then where's the third one? Doesn't he do like a jumping thing? There it is. Hey, there it is. What's up, buddy? All right, we're out. And our last stop, Roy Benitez. Here we go.
How can I help you, Agent?
You could help me by selling better gear. All right, starting with the FAL with headshot damage and ignited, followed by a surplus SVD with armor damage and fast hands, a SIG 716 with flatline and magazine size. Interesting. This one's not bad. Now, let me know in the comments if you are a rifle user, because you could easily put this one on, recalibrate the magazine size off for either damage targets at a cover or damage to armor, and then just optimize that crit hit damage. But this does have flatline and that long underbarrel rail attachment, so you could easily just put this on a build with the Technician Specialization, put on the linked laser pointer in this long underbarrel rail attachment slot, and then you could utilize that flatline amplified damage with your rifle. That's a pretty good deal. And then finally for the weapons, we have a military M9 with damage targets at a cover and sledgehammer. Looking at the gear items, we have a Wyvern chest piece with armor regen, crit chance, and obliterate. Habsburg guard, ooh, knee pads. Yo, this is a good one. Pick this one up. Habsburg guard with double crit. You could easily just recalibrate the armor off for weapon damage and then use this on a sniper build. Or you could keep the armor on and then recalibrate that crit hit damage off for, say, headshot damage. Either way, you are good to go. And then finally, we have a Wyvernware mask with skill haste and crit hit damage. Looking at the mods, we have repair skills 15.6, crit hit damage 10.1, drone damage reduction 4.8, chem launcher duration 4.3, and decoy health of 5.5. Now, must buys, things to look for from Roy Benitez. You have the max rifle damage SIG 716 with flatline. You have the Habsburg Guard with double crit, knee pads. And then you have this Wyvernware mask. Now, you could easily throw this on with a capacitor or a test subject, utilize a crit skill build type of hybrid, and then just recalibrate this skill haste off for skill damage. Or, if you want to use this for a pure skill build, you could recalibrate the max crit hit damage off for max skill damage, and then just utilize that with the skill haste to optimize it. You'll be good to go. Either way, you're good.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks to you too. And that is it for your weekly vendor reset and must buys for today, April 18th. I am Kamikazevondoom. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Support the channel by subscribing and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But with all that said and done, I hope you have a great day. And yeah, see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace.